What is going on in the land of wrestling fandom? Just another wrestling podcast. Not that there's 30 million of them already out there. We've been in we've been on vacation for over a few weeks.
He's been lazy, folks, for the last 2 weeks.
Well,
I'm sorry about him.
Well, excuse me. He's been in hibernation for over 3 weeks.
Again with the wolf jokes. Are we? Don't you got anything else?
I did some research on you, and I found out that you are a 2-time Olympic champion in moon howling. I did not know that was an Olympic sport.
And I did some research on you. You attempted to be in the NBA and was terrible at it.
You know you've already done that one, right?
Not the NBA.
Yes, you have. You need to come up with some more material. Look at me. I always come up with new material.
Your material is centered on one thing, and it kind of starting to be repetitive a little bit.
Well, how is it being repetitive?
Because
I come up with
recycling.
It's
but
new
you're
wolf
recycling
jokes.
it and making it sound different.
Well, aren't you the wolf? I thought.
Yeah, but
you gotta come,
you gotta come with something different. You gotta come
unless
with
you have an alternate
J-Money.
identity or anything.
You got to come with something. You have a bunch of them. You have a ton of aliases, and I still want to know who this Chaz guy is and this TP Sharman guy.
Chaz is probably the most awesome guy you can think of.
And who is this Jeff? Because I hear about him a lot.
The most awesome, good-looking guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah, probably got a rap sheet long as the world.
Yeah, so well. All right, so we have been off for a few weeks. A lot of things have happened.
Let's
address. Yep, but we do have something that we have to address. It was the #1 trending story all over sports entertainment. Here is what Roman Reigns said on Raw last Monday night.
It's a lie because the reality is my real name is Joe. And I've been living with leukemia for 11 years. And unfortunately, it's back. And because the leukemia is back, I cannot fulfill my role. I can't be that fighting champion. And I'm gonna have to relinquish the Universal Championship.
All right, so there you have it. It was arguably one of the most shocking moments from Monday Night Raw this year. Emotional. You just heard it. Roman Reigns announcing that his leukemia has returned. It was in remission for over 11 years, and now he has to relinquish the Universal Championship, and it really caught everybody by surprise.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he came out to the usual boos.
Yeah.
But when he announced his name as Joe and that he was living with leukemia.
To me it was when I first heard him say, "My name is Joe," I'm like, uh-oh, something's up. And then when he announced the leukemia, I'm like, oh, shit.
I wasn't sure if he was talking about himself or he was referencing a kid or something, honestly, that he was talking about. But I'm like, oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that really caught me out of surprise. I mean,
what?
I mean, I'll admit he did do a good job of hiding it because I mean, when you look at him, he looks perfectly healthy.
Oh, yeah.
But when he announced that, I was like, damn, I did not see that one coming.
Well, it wasn't remission. He was probably fine, but...
Yeah. So, well, and then according to all of the dirt sheets, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, they had no idea about this until he announced it. That's why you saw Seth and Dean just bawling their eyes out on
Dean
stage.
Dean really wasn't doing it. He was hiding it a little more. Seth was uncontrolled.
Yeah.
And once Seth did it, the crowd was good. Like, fans were all in. Seth, man, they kept showing. They showed it the entire night. They kept replaying. I'm like, why? Don't do this to Seth, man. I understand, but come on. You're going to make me cry looking at Seth cry like that.
Yeah, it really was a shocking moment, to say the least. So now Roman Reigns will be out for an indefinite period of time so he can put this into remission again. But speaking of Crown Jewel, one of the top headlines was that it will go on as planned in Saudi Arabia. Now
they don't address it as being.
But they don't address it, as the Saudi Arabia because of what happened over there a while ago with the killing of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi,
who entered the Istanbul consulate but never returned out.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was murdered by Saudi bodyguards who were sent there specifically for this reason. The Saudis even said that he was even dismembered. His body was dismembered by a bone saw, and they had like a double come out and dress
It
up
was
as him.
all I know is it was pretty gruesome. So
And they didn't want to admit it at first, and they tried to make up excuses, and they just flat out admitted it, saying that it was like an interrogation gone wrong, and then it was a fight gone wrong. So they're giving different accounts that we're not buying, honestly.
yeah, they're not buying it.
I'm
Now,
not buying it either.
Now, because of all of this, there have been a lot of pleas from fans to either cancel the event or to find
Another venue.
another venue. Now, John Cena and Daniel Bryan reportedly have refused to participate in this event. Many of you know Cena will be in the World Cup tournament. Daniel Bryan
Bryan's
will have
facing
the
AJ Styles.
Styles for the WWE Championship. Now, it has been confirmed that Hulk Hogan will appear at Crown Jewel. We don't know what his role is going to be
Whether
in
it's
this
appearance
pay-per-view.
or something else, a segment.
Yeah.
But it also they say a lot of wrestlers, a lot of the superstars really don't want to go, but they're not going to refuse.
Yeah, they're not going to.
And it is a bit of a conundrum from WWE because they have a 10-year deal with the Saudis, and they're getting a ton of money for every show they do over there.
Yeah.
But with this latest development, it does call into question morality in, do you want to be a puppet for their propaganda tool? Because they say they allow women to drive over there now.
Yeah.
But they're still doing things like public beheadings, and women from WWE are not even allowed there.
Yeah.
So how much is actually true? That might just be one thing. Honestly, who knows if the whole women driving thing is even is something that's actually true? I don't know, how progressive are they?
Mm-hmm.
So you really because other U.S. Industries have pulled out, like they're not longer they're pulling out. But WWE, if they do this affects them financially.
Oh yeah.
Probably not that much, but it does.
Well, because I know their stocks in their third quarter ratings and all that have dropped a lot.
Oh yeah.
Ever since all this happened.
So
now, with all that happening, we will actually preview Crown Jewel coming up later on in the cast. But one last headline: according to the Wrestling Observer, WWE officials have been considering a Wyatt family reunion because Bray Wyatt has been off TV ever since Matt Hardy announced his retirement. Luke Harper has been off TV as well ever since Eric Rowan's gruesome arm injury. Would this be good for all of them? Maybe reunite Braun Strowman?
I don't know. I feel like Braun's good on his own right now because he has been doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah.
And he wasn't originally part of the Wyatt family. He's not part of the original 3. He was never originally part of it.
Yeah.
He became part of the Wyatt family later on. Yeah. They really don't need Braun. They pretty much, if they did it, they were going to do it. You just have the original 3.
Yeah, the original 3. All right, so now all the headlines are out of the way. Let's kick into Monday Night Raw. As you heard, we kicked off the show. As you heard it earlier, Roman Reigns announcing that he will relinquish the Universal Championship due to his battle with leukemia. Obviously, very sad. We wish him the best of luck.
Roman, you're going to beat this man. If you win him remission once, you can go in it again.
Yep.
You are the champion.
Yep. And
believe that.
There you. Amen. Then we kicked off tonight's action. Finn Balor, who has been in sort of cahoots with Lashley over the last couple of weeks, those two finally went one-on-one, and Finn Balor picked up the win over Lashley. I guess we're now seeing a Lashley heel turn.
And Leo Rush is annoying as always.
But I think it's good for Lashley's heel turn to have this happen.
Because I am getting annoyed of him saying Lashley.
Yeah.
That's gonna get on my nerves at some point.
Then the ladies took over. Ruby Riott defeated Sasha Banks. As we know, we will have a 6-woman tag match at Evolution, which we will get into later on. We will not only preview Crown Jewel, we will preview Evolution as well, which will be this Sunday, only on the WWE Network for only
$9.99.
I was waiting on you to actually be a little bit more quicker than that.
Be quiet.
I'm
a lot quicker than you.
I see you are still drinking your Wolf Haterade. So
I don't drink no Haterade. That's you.
Uh-huh.
I need to confiscate that stuff anyway from you.
Oh, sure. Then we had a DX appearance, but they were confronted by Kane and The Undertaker.
Via
a graveyard or something, which actually works.
Well, do you expect them to do anything else with that?
Yeah, true.
That's typical. That's Attitude Era level stuff right there.
Then we did find out that because of the Roman Reigns situation, that it will now be a one-on-one match. It will be Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel. Paul Heyman came out and talked about the whole Roman Reigns thing, and then Strowman came out to confront him, and Strowman said, arguably, I think what solidified this face turn, I think, again, is that we've had our differences over the last few years, but when Roman Reigns kicks Leukemia's ass, he's first in line for a Universal title shot.
And that's where he won points with me.
But then after that, Drew McIntyre came out and beat up Braun Strowman.
I'm gonna start calling him the Giant Kill or the Headhunter because he's going after Braun Strowman.
Now there has been a rumor of a big Drew McIntyre push. I think this is.
I see it because in TNA he did excellent with it.
Yep.
And TNA before he left was planning on centering their whole company around him.
Yeah.
They were planning on making him the center point. So I can see Drew doing something with this push.
Yep. Then we go into walk with as we walk with Elias.
Oh, come on!
He defeated Apollo Crews, which was actually a pretty good match. I'll say that.
Give Apollo a win or something. I mean, like he's pretty much being wasted.
Yeah. But then after that, Elias was back on the stage to perform, but then erupted by Baron Corbin, this may have solidified a face turn for Elias. He attacked Baron Corbin with the guitar.
And man, they that was really crazy. That's crazier than when Braun Strowman. I remember when Braun went ahead, went across his back. I'm like, he just killed Elias.
Then we had the contract signing for Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella. If you watched last week's Monday Night Raw,
that awesome promo by
those
Ronda.
Promos were good. I think Ronda's now. I think Ronda just sold me on that promo.
Okay, but a little bit. Let's just say this and let's just get this out the way. Eviscerate societal sores. Ronda, that's a little too much. People really don't talk like that. I don't know if she's trying to sound intelligent or not.
Yeah, but the thing is that was a very good promo.
Other than
you can't deny that.
Yeah, other than those two little words, that was a great
promo. It was very good promo because
and it
again,
made John Cena look up like what?
Because you brought reality into this story, which was very good. Because the rumored match was supposed to be Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella at Evolution. We didn't know how it was going to go down. As you saw the last week's Raw, 2 weeks ago when the Bellas attacked both attacked Ronda Rousey.
I will say Ronda still needs to work on her selling because it still sucks.
Yeah, that's what I say. I mean, Ronda's in-ring work is great now. I mean, I think she's starting to pick it up. She's picking up her promos now. I just think selling needs just a little bit more work, and then she's finally sold me.
One of our friends, and we both know her. She works with you occasionally. Does not like Ronda Rousey.
Oh yeah.
And we're not gonna say her name here because we're not gonna expose people's names.
Is it that She-Wolf thing?
No, it's another person.
Oh.
We'll say a short-haired blonde lady.
Oh, okay.
She does not like Ronda, and I don't think we can convince her any otherwise.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised either.
She still thinks Brock Lesnar won that match against. Oh, sorry.
How long did it take?
She's gonna kill us. You know that, right?
Yeah, and okay. So Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella did sign their contract,
and
very, very, very good contract signing.
Especially when
actually do. I actually like how they're giving the women more contract signings.
Yeah,
I think this is actually good for them because all the time you would mainly see it for WWE Championship matches, World Heavyweight Championship matches, Universal Championship matches. I mean, we don't see it for. We saw it one time for the Intercontinental Championship. Then we saw it.
One time we saw it for AJ Lee and
Caitlyn. Yeah. Well, that was for the Divas Championship. I think that whole thing started it. So now we're seeing more of these contract signings with the women.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah. Then speaking of the women, we had a fatal four-way: Ember Moon, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, and Tamina.
They integrated Tamina back on the roster. Where does she?
Ember Moon picked up the win to pick up some momentum going into Evolution. Then Titus O'Neil came out on stage to introduce 6 breast cancer survivors. Awesome moment as usual.
And Titus was the right person to deliver it.
Yep. Then we have new tag team champions, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. They defeated Ziggler and McIntyre to win the tag team titles. So now Seth Rollins is now a double champion.
Oh yeah.
But thanks to the help of Braun Strowman, who attacked Drew McIntyre,
beat the crap out of him and let him out the back.
And then we finally got what had been coming.
And it was, some people say it was bad timing, but you couldn't have it any other way.
The Ambrose attack Seth Rollins basically solidified a heel turn.
And at the time
because it was supposed to be rumored that this was supposed to happen at Survivor Series. But
they changed plans.
I think this night was the
perfect night. This had to happen. If you're going to do it on the night that Roman Reigns.
You had to pull the trigger here.
And you saw Dean.
Oh,
Dean was emotional after he did it.
This was perfect. Perfect heel turn. This solidified it.
Because it's almost like Dean really didn't want to do it. He's like, why did they have me do this?
Because I think, now that Roman Reigns is going to go off and go
fight leukemia.
Yeah, fight leukemia. Pretty much, I think the Shield. I think that whole Shield storyline was pretty much going to be going away.
Yeah.
So I think this was the perfect time to pull the trigger on the Dean Ambrose heel turn
and have him do it against the same person that turned on him.
Yeah, perfect. So overall, it was very emotional.
We saw the emotion.
Very good Raw.
Yes.
Very, very good
Raw.
Raw.
The Roman Reigns aspect of it. It seemed like the Roman Reigns story, it was center point throughout most of it because we heard different superstars mention Roman, talk about him.
Do you think, and maybe this may be a little controversial, do you think kicking off Raw with that was the right move, or do you think they should have waited till the very end of the show?
No, it was right to do it now to let people know what was going on.
Yeah. Because
Roman had to relinquish the title. Why wait so late in the show to do it?
Okay.
You do it now, and I can kind of see a little bit. They have kind of done stuff like this in the past.
Yeah.
Edge's thing, I think Edge's retirement, I think they did that in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
But Roman has a life-threatening cancer because leukemia kills.
Yeah.
So you had to address it first because this is different than Edge is just retired. Edge wasn't in no mortal danger.
Yeah.
Roman is.
Yeah.
So you have to address it now.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked for WWE because it left a ton of emotion throughout the entire show.
Yeah.
And people probably, I don't know, might have did the ratings some good because people were, if they didn't know, they heard about it, they wanted to see what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And if they did, they got that awesome heel turn at the end.
Yep, they absolutely did.
Again, Roman, good luck to you, my friend.
Absolutely. All right, now we head over to SmackDown Live, which we saw. If you watch SmackDown 1000, it was pretty decent. We saw a Big Show heel turn
for the 100th time.
For the 100,000th time, he attacked the New Day to help the Bar win the tag team championships. Big Show and Kofi Kingston went into a no contest. Pretty much, Big Show and the Bar laid out the New Day. I think we have found our new faction here.
Yeah.
So,
like what they did with Braun and
Drew McIntyre and
Battle of the
Ziggler.
Shield. They were only put together to Battle of the Shield. This is why we liable to get. Heck, Big Show liable to knock both of them out later on when this thing runs its course.
Then we had a rematch. The Usos defeated AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. Another miscommunication.
Misfires.
So maybe these two are getting on to each other. Then Mysterio, the returning Rey Mysterio, who was qualified for the World Cup. He was on Miz TV to talk about his return and a lot of other things. Miz was insulting him, but the ultimate
like he always
diss.
Does.
Mysterio thought he was going to be on Truth TV, which I actually liked.
We'll get a Truth TV occasionally.
Which led into a match. Rey Mysterio defeated The Miz. Very good match. Then there was a video that was leaked of Charlotte Flair talking with future women's wrestlers at the Performance Center. Becky Lynch came in.
Most of which were in the Mae Young Classic.
So Charlotte and Becky brawled as they usually do.
They are really trying to sell Becky as a heel, but the fans don't want to accept it.
Yeah.
They're treating her like the fans basically are treating her like a tweener. They're just treating her like a female
or like a Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's what I'm saying, a female Stone Cold. So WWE, you can try all you want, but it's not working.
Yeah, it's not working. Then there was a massive brawl that happened before the Evolution Battle Royal, which we will get into in our preview. Shane McMahon announced the competitors for the World Cup tournament.
So is Shane McMahon back?
Apparently he is, but
or
I
just
just think
temporarily.
I just think he was back temporarily because I think he was just hyping the whole World Cup tournament.
Okay, because we saw him at SmackDown
1000.
He's
Yeah.
back. I didn't know if he's coming back. I know he was gone because
Yeah.
he still is considered the general.
No, the commissioner.
The commissioner, because he was supposed to step down, but he kept it going after the stuff with
Yeah.
Sami Zayn and
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, so he stayed as commissioner. But Paige is in charge.
Yeah.
So he doesn't govern over Paige or nothing.
Nope.
Neither does Stephanie know right now with Baron Corbin. So
Yeah.
they're off camera. I think they still be at the show. I don't know if Shane's back behind the scenes or not. I don't know if he's physically there every time or he's just there.
Well, I know he is the executive producer of Table for Three. I know that.
Okay, so he might be there. He might not.
Yeah.
'Cause
Then the main event, Randy Orton defeated Jeff Hardy in a rematch from Hell in a Cell.
Is Jeff okay? Because we wondered about him after.
We actually did. Both of them will be
What,
in
Hell in
the
a
World
Cell
Cup.
after Hell in a
Yeah,
Cell?
both of them will be in the World Cup. We will get
Okay.
to that in a little bit. Now we go to 205 Live.
Excellent show.
Mike Kanellis made his 205 Live debut. They were trying to find something to do with him when he debuted a while back ago in February.
He doesn't look like he should be a cruiserweight.
But I will admit, he did have a pretty good match.
I mean, like if it works
It
for him,
was
it might.
Lindsay
build
Dorado in his
Yeah.
205 Live debut.
And I think this might also, because the Lucha House Party still has issues with TJP, so
Yep.
this might be something where they integrate
Mike
Mike
Kanellis into
Kanellis
that.
in there, and those
Yeah.
two team up against the Lucha House Party, because the Lucha House Party is a faction.
Mhm.
All they need is a third person, and those guys are gonna be a cut and paste faction.
And then Mustafa Ali defeated Hideo Itami.
Brutal match.
Very brutal match. Very good.
Up there with the match they had before. That
Yeah.
was brutal. This is just as brutal.
Then Mustafa Ali will face Tony Nese next week. That should
we
be
call
a very
Mustafa
good match.
Ali's the second Seth Rollins.
Well, he's the lookalike of
The
Seth
lookalike of
Rollins.
Seth Rollins, yeah.
All right, now we go to NXT, which was, we actually found out a shocker there. EC3 defeated Adam Cole in a impromptu match.
Yes.
Mia Yim, who was a part of the Mae Young Classic,
Malaysian baddie.
who earned an NXT contract, she defeated Aaliyah.
And many of you who don't know who she was Jade in TNA with the Dollhouse.
Cassius Ohno, who has been showing kind of a more heelish side, he defeated Justin Xavier. And then possibly the shocking moment, maybe in NXT history, maybe up there with Ciampa's attack on Gargano.
Yeah.
Regal was about to announce an NXT title announcement for NXT TakeOver War Games, which will happen the weekend of Survivor Series in Los Angeles. Aleister Black, who was supposed to be banned from the arena because we knew how crazy upset he was.
And his entrance was so crazy.
It was.
One of the guys came through the door and he black mask kicked the.
Then,
sorry, I almost said it.
Oh, come on! I said it. You can say it.
We'll keep it clean for the kiddies.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, he's more of the PG rating type. I'm more of the TV-14 type.
Whatever. Hey, you have heard me cuss on here before.
Well, true. And we found out it was Johnny Gargano who attacked Aleister Black because he picked up the mic and said, "I'm right here."
He was a suspect before, but we wasn't too sure. We were leaning more towards Velveteen Dream,
Adam
Cole.
Yeah.
Cassius Ohno, because Nikki kept going out messing with all these guys. Nikki was really ingrained in this whole thing.
Yeah.
But that was interesting. Now what happens with him and Candice, because Candice is a face and she was not, and she had vouched for him.
Or do you separate them?
That's probably what it is. But you also, they like to do try to they separate them, but they do try to bring them together because they are a couple. You do try to bring the couples involved. So she would, because she vouched for him before when she talked to Regal.
Yeah.
So what does this mean now? And do you put him back with Ciampa now because they're both heels?
So is this a Johnny Gargano heel turn?
Or it could be Johnny getting back at him for kicking him before or something.
Well, remember, Johnny Gargano is the reason why Aleister Black lost the NXT Championship to Tommaso Ciampa.
Because of his obsession with not letting Ciampa get the belt and stuff. But I think this could be a heel turn.
I think it will be. I think you will see Black versus Gargano at NXT TakeOver War Games.
Do you think this is a good thing, this heel turn for Johnny? Or did you like the babyface Johnny? Because I think the fans got behind him more.
Well, fans got more behind Johnny Gargano as the babyface because you saw how big of a pop that he was getting in his feud with Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah. Now that that's over.
It's I think I don't know, maybe you pull a little bit of a tweener with him, or maybe this is just a way to find something else in Johnny Gargano. So,
Yeah.
but now Tommaso Ciampa did praise Johnny Gargano. Later on, after this happened, he praised him on Twitter. So who knows? Maybe they're getting back together. Maybe you put them as heels.
Yeah, you make them heels because we've seen him as babyface. We've seen Ciampa as a heel. Maybe a babyface. I mean, a heel tag team between them two might be something.
Yeah. All right. So very good NXT. Now we go to NXT UK, which I've seen the first couple of shows.
Yes,
they are very good. Crowds are
new.
hot.
Yes, this is new, folks. This is happening.
Yep. Ligero defeated Mike Hitchman. Dakota Kai, who you may remember, it was in the Mae Young Classic, defeated Killer Kelly. Zach Gibson and Noam Dar almost had a little bit of a brawl after both of them insulted each other.
Johnny Saint.
They will have a match next week. Ashton Smith defeated Tucker, and Tyler Bate defeated Wolfgang. Very good main event.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually starting to like NXT UK.
Me too. We heard rumors about this for a long time, and we seen that they were going to actually do it. This was going to come to fruition.
Yeah.
We just didn't know when.
All right, so that's out of the way. Now we go to the Mae Young Classic. We had the final four.
Oh yeah.
Toni Storm, Miko
my girl Toni,
Satomura, Io Shirai, and Rhea Ripley. Now we know who's going to be in the finals at Evolution. It'll be Toni Storm versus Io Shirai. Both these matches were very good. This is going to be a very good main event. This is going to be a very good finals.
I think it's going to be Toni.
Yeah.
Because on nothing against the Japanese women, but we had a Japanese wrestler be it already once with Kairi Sane. So I think they might be trying. They don't want to repeat the same thing.
Yeah.
So they might let an Australian female wrestler, Toni Storm.
Yeah.
Who deserves it? Because Toni is great. She got a great personality.
Yeah, she actually does.
I like Toni. I was rooting for her this whole time. I was hoping she would go all the way.
Oh yeah. Well, again, Toni Storm had been one of the favorites, along with Caitlyn, Ashley Rain. You can go down that list
because those two are well known. Ashley TNA fame and Caitlyn former Divas champion, the veteran.
Yeah. Okay,
Caitlyn
so
looked bad. I was gonna say one thing. Caitlyn looked badass. She looked like she was in great shape.
Yeah.
She looked like she could bench press you over her head.
Yeah. Okay, so now, so now as we walk into Evolution, let's preview that for Sunday. As we mentioned, Toni Storm versus Io Shirai in the Mae Young Classic Finals.
I already said who Toni
Storm.
Like, I don't know who do you think?
I really like Toni Storm.
So
because,
we're in agreement.
Yeah, Toni Storm will probably win. Now here's the question: do you put her on NXT or NXT UK?
She was on NXT UK's, I think, a few times. We have never seen her on actual NXT.
Because I know there is the United Kingdom champion, but I think they're going to come out with NXT UK tag champions and an NXT women's title. And
I think you need to put her on UK probably.
Yeah.
You can do little cross things, but what the regular NXT has enough female wrestlers on there. You're trying to build the female roster for NXT UK, so she needs to be on there, and you can make her one of the big stars of that brand.
All right, so both of us are predicting Toni Storm will win. Then we go into the 6-woman tag match. Sasha Banks will team up with Natalya and Bayley to take on the Riot Squad.
I have a feeling the Riot Squad might win.
I'm going to say Riot Squad wins, and I think Sasha Banks turns.
Yeah, why do you say that?
Sasha Banks turns heel because it has been rumored in the books for this to happen, because I think she needs a heel turn.
She does. She was a heel when she first came out,
and she
debuted on the main roster.
She did gain a lot of momentum as a face during her feud with Charlotte, but then she's kind of faded off into the back a little bit.
Yeah,
so I think a heel turn is perfect for her. I think she's better as a heel
with her boss persona.
Yeah. Then we have the Evolution Battle Royal, where the winner gets a title opportunity. Most notable, there are some legends in here: Ivory, Tori Wilson,
Molly Holly.
Molly Holly's in there.
Undertaker's wife.
Yeah, Michelle McCool. Then you have Nia Jax, Tamina, Ember Moon. Who do you think comes out on top in this battle royal?
Well, it could be either the way that they've been doing this whole thing and who the people that Raw's been showing.
Yeah.
It could be Nia Jax or Amber Moon.
Well,
that or anybody from.
Well, I could see Nia Jax, but here's why I don't say Nia Jax, because she's going to be the number one target for everybody to go after.
Oh yes.
So, but I think she gained some momentum in this battle royal, but then I think she will eventually get eliminated. I'll say halfway through the match.
Yeah, I would go with Amber Moon because
I'll go with
Raw,
Amber Moon.
The Raw part of it, they've been showing her the most with.
Or do you go with somebody from SmackDown?
I can't think about who's
Asuka?
on SmackDown.
Carmella?
Asuka probably. I go with Asuka because Asuka is
it'll
more
be
likely
between.
to be
I'll say it'll be between Asuka and Ember Moon in the
and
finals.
those two had like feuds. Like
they had a very good feud. They had
so
a very good
sense.
close 5-star match when Asuka was still in NXT.
Yeah.
All right, then we have the rematch of last year's Mae Young Classic finals. It'll be for the NXT Women's Championship. Kairi Sane will defend it against Shayna Baszler in a rematch.
I think Kylie retains.
I think Kairi Sane. I think
because
Shayna goes up.
Yeah, Shayna's held onto the belt for a long time.
Now,
so.
where do you put Shayna? Do you put her on Raw with Ronda Rousey, or do you put her on SmackDown to help build?
I feel like they would keep her separate
just to
from
build
Ronda.
her up.
Because Shayna is technically like a heel, and Ronda's a face. Unless you bring her up as a baby face to help her with the Bellas, because I don't think this feud's going to end. Do you see it actually ending, or you just see this as a one and done thing?
Maybe this is a one and done thing, because I know that the Bellas really aren't seen on TV a whole lot anymore now.
Yeah.
Or maybe this was just something to kind of put Ronda over for now.
Well, I think
Kairi retains, and I think Shayna gets called up to SmackDown.
Yeah, they put her on there because can't put her with Ronda. She's a heel and Ronda's a face, so that won't work.
Now, now this next match, it was supposed to be Alexa Bliss versus Trish Stratus, but it has now turned into a tag team match. Trish Stratus and her rival Lita, they will team up, Hall of Famers. They will take on Alexa Bliss and Mickie James.
A Hall of Famer in her own right.
Yep.
But originally also it was supposed to be Lita versus Mickie James also. And I don't know if they ever really did have matches back in the day. I know Trish and
Mickie did.
Mickie had a feud, but
I don't
recall.
That was one of the top women's rivalries in WWE history.
And I don't ever recall Lita and Mickie going at it, unless I could be wrong. Honestly, as a kid, I didn't really keep up with every bit of Raw when it was on TNA.
Yeah.
I mean, TNT. Mm-hmm. What am I saying?
Well,
TNN at the time.
That's because
I get those two mixed
it was
up.
TNN. Yeah.
I didn't keep up with every bit of it, so I don't know if she wrestled her or not.
Yeah.
This could be their first meeting or their
Yeah.
second. I don't know. But it was originally, those two matches were separate.
Yeah.
But I guess they thought there's more value in having those two team up together because instead of you get two for the price of one.
There you go. So who do you think comes out on top in this match?
Trish and Lita, because they're the legends. I mean, it's not
who
going to really.
Who?
Mickie gets the pin. I mean, they pinned Nikki because you got to keep Alexa strong. Alexa's your top star. She'll be there forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we know what Mickey's function was when she came in. She's going to put everybody else over.
Yeah.
So she's getting the pin by, I want to say Trish is going to give her the pin over time. So this is going to be Trish pinning her, and that's where you're going to go with that one.
Yeah, and I'm the same with you. I think Trish and Lita are going to win.
And that brawl that we saw on Monday. That brawl during that segment.
Yeah.
That was old school.
Yep.
That was
Attitude
old school era back in the day, because they used to have women do that all the time. We don't see it that much anymore.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, I love the backstage brawls. I miss them.
Yeah.
I
miss them too.
We don't see a lot of them. I hope they bring them back.
All right. Now, the two women's championship matches, you can really flip-flop on this one for who will be the main event. Becky Lynch will defend against Charlotte Flair.
The
SmackDown Women's Championship in the first ever last woman standing match. Who do you think comes out on top?
Didn't we have one last woman standing match? Have we had one before?
No, we have not.
Oh. I think Becky, because Becky now, people are getting behind her. WWE, they have to they may not like you, but they have to recognize that the fans are getting behind her as almost a baby face. Getting behind her as a good guy wrestler.
Yep, and then
or a good girl wrestler.
So I think Becky Lynch wins. Maybe some kind of like screw up or something.
Yeah, like she did with the title at a Super Showdown hitting. Well, she can't do that now. So
because everything's legal in this match.
She's gonna try to either throw stuff on top of Charlotte, because we've seen wrestlers do that in these kind of matches, throw stuff on top of each other, or she does something that's keeps her from being able to get up, like John Cena taping Batista's legs to the.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing that, but they can always do something else.
Yep. Ronda Rousey will defend the Raw Women's Championship against Nikki Bella.
And retains.
If you were running the show, which one would you put as the main event? Ronda Nikki or Charlotte Becky? Ronda Nikki.
Because Raw, let's not kid ourselves. Raw is above SmackDown.
Ronda is pretty much pretty much your face of the women's division, pretty much.
Yeah, and you want to put her on top.
Yep.
Have her match at the top so you can.
All right, now we go to Crown Jewel, which will be this Friday live from.
This Friday, it's the same time as. It's the same. I thought it was
it'll be
after.
No, it's on a Friday.
I thought it was gonna be after, like a week after Revolution, or maybe a little later.
Nope. I believe it is this Friday, November 2nd. So we are going to preview that. The Bar will take on the New Day in a rematch for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I say the Bar retains. AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship.
AJ wins.
Yeah, I think AJ will retain. This will be a very, very good match. DX will take on the Brothers of Destruction. Shawn Michaels will have his first match in 8 years.
Yes, people, and he's bald now. Picture that without that hat on.
You think DX wins?
Yeah. I feel like with Shawn back, you want to let Shawn have at least one win.
Yeah, true.
Shawn's gonna be in this match.
Yeah. All right, Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar for the vacant.
He just couldn't say good. He just couldn't say no to that Saudi money.
Yeah, probably.
Question: if you were offered that much money by the Saudis, knowing what they've done, what would you have done?
Well, what's the currency exchange there? Because I would have to know what it is in American dollars.
Probably a bunch. It's probably a lot in order for Shawn Michaels to come out of retirement. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think my moral compass would take over.
Yeah. Braun Strowman will take on Brock Lesnar for the vacant Universal Championship. I really want Braun Strowman to win.
Yeah, Brock. We seen it. We do not want another Brock Lesnar.
No,
he can't. He's trying to. I think he's trying to fight in UFC. So no.
Yeah. So
Braun would make a great champion. Put that belt on Braun.
All right. Then we have the 8-man World Cup tournament representing Monday Night Raw.
A bunch of Americans in it. We don't see no.
John Cena, Kurt Angle, Seth Rollins, and Dolph Ziggler. Representing SmackDown, The Miz, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, and Rey Mysterio.
And I just thought of something. Dean might interfere and mess Seth up.
But who wins? Who do you think wins this World Cup tournament?
Let him off again.
From Raw, John Cena, Kurt Angle, Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler. SmackDown, The Miz, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio.
Scratch that. Between Ziggler and Seth.
You think? Well,
more likely Seth.
Well, I would say because I think you have to put Raw versus SmackDown in the finals. So maybe you have Raw one side, SmackDown on the other. If I was predicting these matchups, I would say John Cena versus Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins wins. Then I'll say Kurt Angle versus Dolph Ziggler. Kurt Angle wins. Yeah, Kurt Angle wins.
Okay.
And then I think Seth Rollins will represent Raw.
All right.
So you have Seth Rollins defeating Kurt Angle. Then on SmackDown, you can really go either way with this one. You got The Miz, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, and Rey Mysterio. I will say Miz will take on Jeff Hardy. Randy Orton will take on Rey Mysterio. And then I will say it'll be Jeff Hardy versus. I mean, you can really go either way with this. I mean, you could go a Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton matchup. You could go Miz versus Orton, or Jeff Hardy versus Rey Mysterio. And then I would like to see a Rollins versus Jeff Hardy match.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
But I know I'm predicting Jeff Hardy because he's the only one in here that I think is kind of like the underdog. You can go Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Because I think Raw has got enough of this like star power and all that because you got to get some to SmackDown.
Yeah.
So I think Rollins versus Hardy. Seth Rollins versus Jeff Hardy. Dean Ambrose gets involved and he helps Jeff Hardy.
Yes.
So
and that furthers along the feud that is building with him and
it would.
Dean.
All right, so WWE is out of the way. Let's go to Lucha Underground. There was only one match that was an hour long.
Oh yeah,
it was
all night long.
It was the 7-way match for the vacant Gift of the Gods Championship. It was between Jake Strong, aka Jack Swagger, versus
Aerostar.
Wait. Hold on. Don't beat me to the punch yet.
I'm helping you out.
It was between him, King Cuerno, Aerostar, Big Bad Steve, Dante Fox, PJ Black, and Hernandez. Jack Swagger picked up the win. He is now the Gift of the Gods champion, and he can cash that in anytime for a Lucha Underground championship match.
And towards the very end, Johnny was given that gauntlet that Cage had that endowed him with the powers of the gods.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, they're going all out with that.
So why don't we preview Ultima Lucha 4?
Take it away, my man.
All right, we have a 3-way trios elimination match for the trios championships. The champions, the Reptile Tribe, they will take on the Rabbit Tribe and Exalicious, Evilise, and Sammy Guevara. I think the Reptile Tribe will retain.
Is it me or is the Rabbit Tribe, man?
It's just one whole big acid trip.
I'm saying Paul London looks like he... Are we sure Paul ain't really been indulging himself? They say, hey, Paul,
who knows?
They could be like, hey, Paul, just take this, go out there and just have a good time.
The Mac will take on Mil Muertes in a death match.
I still love how the match says, man, I can't say it on here, but man, it was so good what Mac said.
El Dragon Azteca Jr. will take on a weirded out Phoenix.
A possessed Phoenix, I believe. Like I told you, he's influenced by Katrina's evilness. So
in a 2 out of 3 falls match, I'll say Phoenix wins.
Yes.
Johnny Mundo will take on.
I would like to say Dragon Azteca.
Oh yeah,
because I think they might try to switch Phoenix back to good because he's circumstantial with him. He's possessed by evil, so there's a way that they might try to fix him.
Yeah, Johnny Mundo will take on Matanza. I will say Johnny Mundo
because he has the power of the gods.
Yeah. And arguably, which is considered in Lucha Libre wrestling, very personal matches.
Mask versus mask.
Killshot versus Son of Havoc. Who do you think takes their mask off?
Killshot.
You think Killshot takes it off?
I believe so because he's actually been seen without his mask in another promotion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they might take it off.
All right. Then we have Taya Valkyrie, who is now the wife of Johnny Mundo. We'll take on Ricky Mundo. I say Taya wins.
Yes, and Ricky might, but not before Ricky goes psychotic and do all kinds of stuff that we seen in slasher movies.
Yeah. And the main event for the Lucha Underground Championship, the new champ, Marty the Moth Martinez, will defend it against Pentagon Dark in a Cero Mierdo match.
Say that again. That was hard to say.
Cero Mierdo.
Cero Minero.
Mierdo.
Dang, I can't say it.
It's basically Zero Fear. So.
Zero Fear, and that's how it goes.
I'd say Marty the Moth retains.
Yeah.
All right. So now we got that out of the way. Let's go to Impact. Bound for Glory was last weekend. So let's go through all those matches to see what happened. So a lot of interesting things happened at Bound for Glory.
Oh yeah. Abyss got inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. Congratulations to him.
And we will get to him in a little bit. To kick off the night, Rich Swann and Willie Mack defeated Matt Sydal and Ethan Page. King attacked Conan before the Concrete Jungle Death match between the OGs and LAX.
Because the ceasefire the week before was done. The ceasefire was ended.
Eli Drake issued an open challenge, and out came James Ellsworth.
Is he allowed to? Well, he's independent.
Yeah, he's an independent now. He's
no
longer with WWE. So,
but would this hurt him coming back from time to time with them?
No.
Yeah, they can always use Ellsworth whenever they need him. So
yeah, and then Drake took the mic again and wanted to face a Hall of Famer, and out came Abyss for the easy victory, a chokeslam through a table to pick up the win.
Abyss is the Undertaker / Kane of TNA. Or the Kane of TNA.
Well, he's got a little Undertaker and Kane, but he's got a lot of Mick Foley in him too.
Oh yeah, he's all three of those guys, and those all three have worked together. They all been on the same size and stuff.
Yeah.
Their careers were intertwined in the Attitude Era.
Tessa Blanchard defeated Taya Valkyrie to retain the Knockouts Championship
Through dubious circumstances.
Yep. Now this was supposed to be a singles match between Eddie Edwards and Moose, but then it turned into a tag team match. Eddie Edwards teamed up with Tommy Dreamer. Again, we all know the rivalry that those two have had. They teamed up and they defeated Moose and Killer Cross. Sami Callihan and OVE defeated Brian Cage, Pentagon Jr., and Phoenix in an OVE rules match. Now, Callihan is the first man to pin Brian Cage since he came to Impact. And remember, Brian Cage is the X Division champion.
Yep, and now
the LAX defeated, which consists of Santana and Ortiz, defeated the OGs, King, Homicide, and Hernandez in the Concrete Jungle Death match. And then kind of a weird situation here. Allie headed into the Undead Realm to rescue Kiera Hogan and defeated Su Yung and her undead bridesmaids.
Can we just say that this is freaking... I didn't see it, but I saw a little bit of it on TNA the other night, or when I watched a little bit of it. It looks like a freaking Hardy's thing. It looks like the final deletion stuff.
Yeah, the final deletion.
I'm like, do they still have the budget left over for that?
Yeah. But apparently Allie couldn't leave the Undead Realm because Father James Mitchell said that there was nothing about getting out of the Undead Realm. But then Rosemary ended up returning. Remember that to save them. Now, and she sacrificed herself, allowing them to escape. But Allie said she had to go back to rescue rescue Rosemary. So who knows where that's going to go?
And we'll see, because I've actually saw that. She came back soulless, basically, and she dyed her hair black. And we're gonna talk about it now. She had a match with Eddie Edwards' wife Alicia, and almost damn near choked her. So there's gonna be a half and half, back and forth, like between a face and a heel with this one, like a tweener, and it's like a possession thing. So that's how you play that up.
And then it was announced January 6th there will be a new pay-per-view, which is in the heart of where TNA started in Nashville. It will be called Homecoming. It will be located at the Asylum. It is appropriate.
Oh, now they're going back. Oh, if that's the case, we might get to see some. Well, we ain't gonna see our truth. He did start out there. Maybe
James Storm. Who knows? Because he hasn't been seen in a while.
A tribute to Brian Christopher, because he also wrestled there. He started out in TNA too at that point. He was one of those guys that started.
And the main event, Johnny Impact, Johnny Mundo, John Morrison, whatever other names he has.
Johnny 205 Live.
Yeah, Johnny 205 Live. He defeated Austin Aries to win the Impact World Heavyweight Championship.
To which afterwards, Austin Aries popped right up, flipped everybody off, including Don Callis, and walked out.
Yep.
And now people speculated, was that him going into business for himself, or was that a planned thing?
Who knows?
It probably was planned, because I think he would not just do that without risking getting fired.
Yeah. And now we go to the actual Impact Wrestling show. Sami Callihan kicked off the night, defeating Trevor Lee. Brian Cage attacked OVE after the match, pretty much destroying them. LAX defeated the Heavenly Bodies.
And before anybody, oh my God, the Heavenly Bodies. Not Jim Cornette's original team. These are just guys just using the gimmick.
Yep.
But anyway, like, we got to put this in context. The Bound for Glory happened 2 nights ago, so it's not happening right after this one. This is 2 nights. This is the second Impact show after that.
Yeah.
Because last week was the last time that they had their show during 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And this past Thursday was where they officially moved to late night around 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So just to put that in context.
Yeah, there you go. Rahit Raju defeated Gama Singh via disqualification. That was some weird segment. I don't know what that was about.
I haven't watched it. I gotta go back and watch it. But I heard about that. I remember.
Killer Cross and Moose defeated KM and Falaba. Eddie Edwards dragged Moose out of the arena with a kendo stick around his neck,
and then to beat the hell
those
out of him
two
with
brawled on the roof. And then, but remember, Alicia and Eddie are now apparently estranged. And Edwards kissed his estranged wife after she confronted him about brawling on the roof. Su Yung defeated Kiera Hogan. Allie was pretty much like possessed or something.
Pretty much, that's how like I said, that's how things are going.
Yeah, and then Johnny Impact defeated Phoenix to retain the Impact World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I think we are getting some new. He defeated Phoenix.
Oh, okay, yeah. I did
so
see
now
that
we
part.
are. So now after this match, we got some new rivalries going on.
Yes.
The King and the OGs attacked Phoenix, and Pentagon Jr. made the save.
King had mentioned that they're not allowed to go. The bosses said that him and the OGs are not allowed to mess with Cohan in the LAX, but he found a way to get to him, and I don't know if it's messing with. I don't know what the connection is with Phoenix and Pentagon, but he is, I guess, going after them. Maybe they know each other, or maybe Conan has a connection.
And then Killer Cross attacked Johnny Impact backstage, so maybe there's a World Heavyweight title match going on there.
Yeah,
who knows? All right, what do you say? What do you say we get into this week's countdown?
Take it away, my man.
All right, this week's countdown brought to you by thesportster.com. Every article you can think of, from MMA to baseball, any article is on there, thesportster.com. Now, as we know, we are close to the end of the year. 2019 is upon us. We have seen a lot of different things going on in WWE, Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan. We had the All In show. Now, for next year, Ring of Honor, New Japan selling out Madison Square Garden. So these are 10 big WWE changes for 2019 that are ongoing and 10 reported that are on the way. And then we will talk about this and then maybe agree, disagree, and then we'll see how we feel about all these. Number one that is ongoing, and we talked about this at the top of the hour, the return of Hulk Hogan. Now he will not be wrestling. He will be back on the agenda. Now many fans have been
he ain't wrestling.
Yeah, now many fans have been against this idea ever since all the racist rants that came out on a leaked audio tape. He has been put back into the Hall of Fame. So, do you accept that Hulk being African American? Do you accept Hulk Hogan coming back? And I know we have talked about this plenty of times.
Yeah, we have. Well, like I said, I can't forgive him right away because the things he did say were terrible, and just because it was done in privacy, it doesn't mean anything. You still said that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't grow up necessarily with Hogan in the 80s or nothing. I only grew up with him like late in the 90s because I didn't start watching wrestling until I was like 9 years old.
Yeah.
But I knew his star power, knew his influence, and knew what he meant to the wrestling world. But that doesn't mean that you're immune to criticism or anything like this. That doesn't give you a right to say whatever the hell you want to say.
Well, yeah,
you have to be smart. You have to be careful with what you say.
Mm-hmm.
So, like not right now. I it's gonna take a while. I mean, I have to gauge how he acts. I have to see how he conducts himself with this more and follow more. But I think in time, I'm not gonna he said he made a mistake.
You're not gonna forgive him right off the bat.
No, it'll take some time. He has to show me that he's gonna earn my forgiveness as a fan. He's gonna have to show me that he deserves it.
Yeah,
just like with every other African American fan of wrestling, he's gonna have to really earn it. And from what I hear right now, he's going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So Hulk, get it together.
Yeah. All right. Number two, a reported change: more UFC talent joining WWE.
I seen as long as they can actually do something in the ring. I have no issue
because Brock Lesnar, we know his legacy in WWE. Ronda Rousey now coming in there. Shayna Baszler, the rest of
Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle coming in. The rest of Ronda Rousey's horsewomen coming in. Now it has rumored to show up have been Chris Cyborg and possibly Conor McGregor.
Do we really want Conor McGregor in the WWE after the crap he pulled?
He's got the personality.
Oh God.
So.
All right. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Number three, an ongoing change for 2019, a dedicated United Kingdom show. We saw this with NXT UK. The second United Kingdom tournament is in the works, and you also be adding more NXT stars to the brand as well, because you wanted to compete with the regular NXT.
Yeah.
Number four, that has been a reported for 2019. Shawn Michaels returning to wrestling at WrestleMania 35.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, because he will be in a match at Crown Jewel. There hasn't been a right match for an HBK
I think he even
return.
said he would be open to doing tag matches, not straight up singles matches.
Now, the rumor has been about AJ Styles, a dream match between him and AJ Styles. I would like to see that, but who knows who knows what kind of shape Shawn Michaels is in at this point.
He ain't Shawn Michaels of 1990s. He ain't the Attitude Era Michaels no more. He ain't the 90s Shawn Michaels no more.
Number 5 and ongoing for 2019, more female announcers. Because WWE has been growing its women empowerment movement. Because you've had Renee Young become the first female full-time Raw color commentator.
Yep.
The success of the Mae Young Classic, all the first-time matches that we've seen, of the Women's Royal Rumble, the Elimination Chamber, the Hell in a Cell, Steel Cage. We're getting the last woman standing match at Evolution. So,
there's a lot going on in women's wrestling right now.
There is.
And it is for the better.
Number 6 that is reported for 2019, a Finn Balor heel turn.
I can see it.
I would like to see this happen.
I heard I didn't see it per se, but his heel. They said he had a good heel turn when he was with the Bullet Club. And
because it would bring him back to his heel days with the Bullet Club. Since his time in WWE, he has been portrayed as that sympathetic baby face, with when he was making the Balor Club or when he's been possessed as Demon Balor. Now
and this would make Demon Balor even more vicious if he's a heel.
Yeah. Now he was on a hot streak. He did win the first Universal Championship, but then that shoulder injury really derailed him.
Yeah.
And it's kind of put him in the back fart. He does have that dark side that WWE can embrace. If you go back to his heel days, he can really pull it off. Number 7, that is an ongoing for 2019, women headlining WrestleMania.
I kind of can see it.
Because again, we did talk about this. Ring of Honor and New Japan sold out Madison Square Garden in record time. It will be the same night as NXT TakeOver. And we just saw the recent success of Cody Rhodes' All-In event.
Oh, yeah.
So it has to, for me, I would love to see this happen, but it's got to be the right match.
Yeah.
So I could see Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair being
the right match.
Yeah, being that main event. Number 8 that's been reported, more members of the Bullet Club signing with WWE.
Because they're trying to get Kenny Omega. They're trying to get the Bucks.
Maybe Cody Rhodes.
Yeah,
who knows?
Cody doesn't seem like he's interested right now.
Yeah, because it is the biggest stable in wrestling right now.
Yeah.
Would you consider it the best stable ever? Up there with the NWO.
One of them. It's up there with the NWO.
The Four Horsemen. So I mean,
DX, yes.
Yeah, DX.
It's proven
Evolution.
Itself. Yeah, Evolution. Same people were in that.
I mean, they do have. I mean, three of those guys are over 10-time world champions.
Yeah, and 2 of them were in those other factions.
Yeah,
Triple H and Ric Flair.
Yeah.
And the Bullet Club has just had just as many changes as the Horseman, because the Horseman changed up constantly.
Yeah,
except the constant was Arn Anderson and Ric Flair, but there were different members all the time.
Yeah, because WWE has some of the biggest names in the Bullet Club: AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Adam Cole, Gallows and Anderson. Now, so now you can snag Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks.
And you kept thinking that Shinsuke was a part of it until I told you he was with Chaos, the faction that Okada ran.
Yeah.
I don't know how you kept doing that. Have you been drinking again?
No, because I remember when Finn Balor went one-on-one with Shinsuke Nakamura in NXT, they ended up too sweeting. So that's why
that was just a callback to they just did that just because. That was just a callback. They probably done it in New Japan before.
Yeah. Well, plus also too, Marty Scurll has been rumored to join WWE, but his contract will not end at the same time as Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Cody Rhodes. Now, number 9 ongoing for 2019, and this has been confirmed. SmackDown is joining Fox.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it was go ahead.
I believe that they want to drop some of that comedy a whole bunch. Mm-hmm. Like cut some of that. I heard they want to cut some of that comedy out.
Yeah. Now, it has been treated as the B show compared to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
And plus, SmackDown will be joining.
The better wrestling.
Yeah, because it is joining one of the top networks in television. Because you got ABC, CBS, NBC. Now you got Fox jumping in there. Now a lot of money has been involved for SmackDown. So I think this is a good move. Number 10 that has been reported, the Ronda Rousey's 4 horsewomen incoming. Now, they have been tearing it up. You know, Ronda Rousey on Raw is the champ. Shayna Baszler's tearing it up on NXT. Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir have been they have reported to the Performance Center. So we could potentially see a 4-on-4 at WrestleMania. Who knows? Yeah. So number 11 that has been ongoing for 2019, new WWE agents taking over. Because the agents aren't booking the matches anymore. They're booking matches with a new style. It has been confirmed Tyson Kidd has been booking a lot of Seth Rollins' matches.
Yeah, and I've been seeing
the same with Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan.
They've been booking Matt Hardy said he'd be agent Jason Jordan. I have seen some of the Total Divas, and I've been seeing Tyson has been an agent and doing stuff.
Yeah,
and that makes sense because some of those guys are injured. Like Jason Jordan's gonna probably be injured, never be able to wrestle again. So they trained him as an agent.
Yeah,
and we know what happened with TJ. I mean, with Tyson Kidd. So he's an agent.
Yeah. All right, number 12 reported for 2019, AJ Styles joining Monday Night Raw. Now, he did have a little stint with Monday Night Raw.
Actually, I don't think they're agents. I think they're producers.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference. Agents are the road agents, so that people that be doing other stuff. These guys are producers.
Well,
again, I think they function the same.
Yeah, as I say, they could do the same. All right, like as we mentioned, reported AJ Styles joining Monday Night Raw. He did have a little stint there.
That's how he debuted.
Yeah, that's how he debuted. The 2019 draft is around the corner.
Yes.
He has done amazing work on SmackDown Live. He could test the waters. No, you could test the waters with AJ Styles back on Monday Night Raw. Maybe he could have a run as Universal Champion. So,
yeah.
Number 13 ongoing, and I think you and I can agree on this one. NXT is officially the third brand.
Oh yes.
Because Triple H has been killing it since he took it over.
Oh yeah.
It's fresh, a new look, new feel. It's that standout show that the company needs, and it keeps getting better and better and better.
And it feels just like the independent wrestling shows. It feels like TNA but better.
Yeah.
Sorry, TNA, but it's true.
Yeah. Number 14, a report for 2019, John Cena possibly retiring.
Nah.
Because he has made that